What's going on, everybody? This your boy Isaiah coming to you again from BucosLocker. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the new videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon, the little bell, little sign. Click on that, it'll notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel, live or pre-recorded. And also, if you like the content, feel free to donate. Y'all know what it is. Donations keep the channel rolling. I appreciate the support, whether you donate or not. It is what it is. Shouts out to everybody, all the bandits, everybody in the Bucks community, Facebook or not, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all y'all out there. Whether you like me or not, I still rock with y'all. Respect. I see folks coming in the chat room already. Y'all see the theme that's going on right now with this video, right? Y'all see the theme, right? Bucks gang, Bucks Skull gang in the house. What up? Steven, what up, man? Josh, Hayden, Chili Will, Jerron B. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all see the y'all see what we about to talk about today. And I just, it just dawned on me too. I was watching, let me get on the serious tip. I was scouring the NFL media, local, big media, mid-level media, even some of the fan base and other people talking about our team and all that stuff like that. I was just scouring around, just trying to see what's up. And I came across some things, and I probably should make a separate video. About this. Yeah, what's up, Malcolm? The Kango. Yeah, I know. Smallville, what up? Kent, what up, man? Mopar, man. Yeah, man. But I probably should make a separate video. I might combine both of these topics right now. I probably should. I'll probably make another video later on today or tomorrow. It all depends on how I feel. But I was just scouring the NFL feel for the Bucks, right? And some great things I'm hearing about the Bucks, right? And for the first time, what up, Hank, Jason? For the first time, make sure you like the video. We got 20 people in here already, and we got to match those people in the chat room with the likes. I've heard some great things about the Bucks. I've heard some so-so things. I've heard some okay, I'm tripping. It's only 2 games in the season, but I was just listening around. Do you get the feel that the media is not playing with Bruce Arians? It just got the feeling like I'm watching more and more media members, former players, current media members, former talking heads, just more and more and more and more, just talking about the Bucks. Now we have never received this much attention towards our organization in years. I don't remember the last time we received this much attention on our team. And you know the reason why we get all this attention, right? I mean, all it takes is one guy to make it happen. Getting the attention because of the GOAT. And Bruce Arians is a very outspoken coach. What up, Action? He's a very outspoken coach. Jason, what up, man? Very outspoken coach. He tell how it is. He likes to talk. You know what I'm saying? And his bravado, his charisma, his swag, his attitude. He's out there. He doesn't like to talk about things behind closed doors. He'll put it out there. If you're playing bad, he'll tell the media. He's not one of them behind the doors coaches. And his mantra for over the years, offensive philosophy, if you go back into the early 80s, Eric Coryell, let it fly. No risk it, no biscuit. What up, Bucks fan 26? Let it fly. No risk it. And it came up with the no risk it, no biscuit mantra, right? You know, the slang, you know, the title. No risk it, no biscuit. And it's been productive offensively for years. In the media, you know, we've all, you know, I saw Bruce Arians from a distance. You know, he wasn't well known when he was the OC with the Colts. That's when he really took off. When he became the OC for the Colts with Peyton Manning, right? Now, I'm giving y'all a backdrop what I'm about to get to about the title of the video. And it all started with Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's rookie season, you know, I think it was like 28 interceptions, career high, no risk it, no biscuit. And as Bruce moved around the league, you know, he was with the Browns with Kelly Holcomb and you know Tim Cowell. He was the Browns, and he went to the Steelers, and then he came back to the Colts, and he became the head coach for the Colts, interim head coach, and then he became the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, and then he left Arizona. Arizona ran him out of Arizona because it got stale, and he took some years off, you know, and he resurfaced with the Bucks last year. And for years, it's always been about no risk, no biscuit. High flying, 5-play drives, 4-play drives, 7-play drives, big plays down the field. And he's had the quarterbacks in his system to make it flourish. And he stands on his system. I don't care how many turnovers his system produces. He stands on the no risk it, no biscuit. All the way up until last year, it was all about no risk it, no biscuit. Then this offseason, we signed the great Tom Brady, one of the all-time great quarterbacks, one of the GOATs, because it's not just one GOAT. There's multiple GOATs at quarterback, right? One of the GOATs, one of the Mount Rushmore quarterbacks. He signs Tom Brady back in March. If we can win with this quarterback, we'll win the next one. Right, y'all remember that. All offseason, the talk has been about Brady and there's no risk, no biscuit. You know, he's coming from New England system, and you know, 20 years in New England and in the same system with Bill O'Brien and Josh McDaniels, you know what I'm saying? And the Belichick system. It's been a certain way, you know, certain type of style of offense. And that 1 year that Brady had, you know, Randy Moss, and he had that Wes Welker, 5,000 yards. He had 50 touchdowns. That was 2007. Y'all remember that year? Man, he was beasting. You know, and fast forward 13 years later, you know, he's in an offense that likes to do that type of stuff. But that 1 year, they didn't win the Super Bowl that year. They threw a lot of yards up and down the field. They didn't win the Super Bowl. But he had a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns. And that's the year they went, 16-1, almost undefeated, right? They lost one game. So you fast forward into an offense that is similar. Get the ball down the field, big numbers, big receiver numbers. So, you know, it's more about the receivers versus the tight end and the running backs, right? And the dinky and the donkey. And what up, Jay? So all off season, some media has been talking, fans been talking, and you know, it's just been one of those situations. I just sat back and kind of watched. I was like, well, this is very interesting. The contrast of styles. You know, this is not if Brady was like 37, you know, 35, okay, but at 43, that some people got caught up in the whirlwind of, oh, we got so many weapons, we got all these weapons, we got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Scotty Miller, Justin Watson, Cy Gronkowski, we got LaShawn McCoy, you know what I'm saying? We got Scotty Miller, we got OJ Howard, Cameron, we got all these weapons. We're gonna go up and down the field. And then this offseason has been very weird. No OTAs, no training camp, no preseason. Then the first game of the season comes up. Boom, we play the Saints. The Saints did what they did. We took an L. Then you heard him come out and say, oh, well, you know, you got to get, you know, all right, cool. This is just the first game of the season. That was a expected loss. Okay, cool. Plays the Panthers. Good first half, 19 yards in the second half. So there's 2 games. Now you really can't analyze a team until after the first month, the first quarter. Once the first quarter of the season's over, that's when you can kind of look at the team like, all right, this is what we got, right? Because you can kind of say the first 4 games are preseason games. Like you can kind of say that, right? Let's just be honest. Like the first 4 games are pretty much like the preseason games to kind of get your footing, together for the team. But after 2 games, you start hearing, different talking points about Brady in this offense. It wasn't that much. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't even a big deal. It wasn't like, Then the rumbling started getting more and more of a talking point, right? You start hearing it across the board. Local fan bases going back and forth. The big media got a hold of it. And now you're starting to see, even at the fan level, should the Bucs run the no risk it, no biscuit offense? Or should they let Brady do what he's supposed to do, or do what he's been doing for the 20 years in New England? So now we have 2 styles of offensive philosophies that need to mesh, right? When you're trying to mesh something together that's been one way for this long, and the other's been this way for so long, and you're trying to put them together, and you got a head coach that his philosophy is his philosophy. It's his highway, his way to highway. And Brady's just pretty much been coached a certain way on how to maneuver the ball down the field. Dink and dunk, tight end slot, running backs, tight end slot, running backs, a couple shots for the receivers. Now Brady for the longest hasn't played with elite level receivers, but he's won. So you can't give me that angle. He's won with who? Who he throwing the ball to? Who? And the 1 year he had, a high level, receiver, Randy Moss, you saw what he did. He was a beast. But that was in 2007. So now he's on a team that has young talent. Is Mike Evans Randy Moss? No. He doesn't have his speed, his hands and all that stuff like that. But Mike Evans is a top 10 receiver. Chris Godwin, top 10 receiver. Then our tight ends is supposed to be top 10 tight ends group-wise, but I haven't seen it yet. Give it time. But what has been Brady's strength for 20 years? And Bruce's strength for over 15, 20 years. Dating back even to college. Somewhere, somehow, as much as Bruce wants to claim his claim to fame of no risk it, no biscuit. And I get it. Y'all know I've been an advocate of having a running game behind the quarterback. Brady has come from a system that had a running game, stable running game, timely throws, work the middle of the field, work the dump offs, work behind the line of scrimmage throws. He's very comfortable making those throws. Go back and watch the first 2 games. Some of those throws, you can tell the throws he's comfortable with. And the title of this video is, should Bruce Arians pretty much scrap the no risk it, no biscuit and let Brady just kind of like run his offense and let him kind of change the plays up into how he likes it and let him make the throws he likes to make, in between the hashes, seam routes, screens, dump offs, wide receiver screens. Should he let Brady do that more, or should that be, because I was thinking maybe like 75-25, 70-30, no risk it, no biscuit, Brady style. But now the talking points is just let Brady do his thing. And if you let Brady do his thing, you've seen the success that he has when he runs his style of offense, which is only one style. He's only ran one style. And at this age he's at now, do you want him throwing the ball 700, 600 times? And remember now, he threw the ball last year like 616 times last year. But here's the difference in the throws. over half of those throws was within 10 yards. Like, he threw the ball over 600 times last year. There was like 4 or 5 quarterbacks last year that threw the ball that much, 600 plus times. But if you look at those quarterbacks and you look at where they threw the ball, air yards, intended air yards, yards per completion, and stuff like that, Brady was different from those quarterbacks because his style is in between the hashes, slot receiver, tight ends, and running backs. And this is the conflict that a lot of people didn't see moving forward. And I called this in the offseason. What up, Mickey? DX Desired. I called this. I said a lot of people got hyped up about 5,000 yards, 40 touchdowns. I told people this. And it's becoming a talking point across the board at my level and even at the highest level of media. It's like, wait a minute. Well, we got a running game now and got a defense. So what's the point of throwing the ball 40 times, 45 times a game, chucking the ball down the field, which causes turnovers? And the more you throw the ball, the more chances you give the defense to get interceptions, strip sacks, fumbles. And we saw Bruce Arians' offense. History shows that. Brady's not used to that. If Brady throwing the ball 40, 45 times a game, it's a different way of throwing the ball 40, 45 times a game. At least 25 of those throws or 30 of those throws are within 10 yards. Behind line scrimmage, screen, versus 35 times throwing the ball 15 plus yards down the field. And Bruce Arians' offense, that's the way he likes to win games. Flash. Bruce Arians' offense is like Golden State's offense. If you watch basketball, it's that high flashing Houston Rockets, Golden State, shoot a bunch of threes, no jump shots, only layups and threes. Spectacular throws, big plays. Well, that's not Brady's style. Brady's style is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's Brady's style. In Bruce Arians' style, it's 15 yards down the field, 20 yards down the field, 30 yards down the field, 40 yards down the field. Keep throwing the ball down the field. And if the guy is, if he's open by this much, he's open. If he's open by this much, he's open. Tight on the throws. Get it in there. No. You're opening your quarterback up. You're opening Brady up to get hit. 7-step drops. Brady likes to get the ball out quick. Remember what I told y'all in the offseason? All that 5 and 7-step drop? You can't ask Brady to do that for 16 games out the season. You asking him to get hurt. You asking him to take big shots. We've seen Bruce Arians' offense. We've seen it. Tape don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Big play offense. Big numbers. We saw it. Winston, Carson Palmer, Andrew Luck, Big Ben. But the one common thing about Bruce Arians' offense, turnovers. Quarterback hits. Sacks. That's not going to work with Brady. Get the ball down the field, but you're going to take a hit. We just watched 4 previous quarterbacks in this same offense get beat the hell up. But threw for a lot of yards, got beat the hell up, and threw a lot of interceptions. So why do you want Brady to do that? Did Bruce Arians, you think Tom Brady going to gain 15 pounds to take hits? This ain't the spring chicken of Tom Brady. This ain't the rookie of Andrew Luck that can take those hits. This ain't young Big Ben. This ain't the mid-30s Carson Palmer that still got a little juice in him. This ain't Jameis Winston. It's Tom Brady we talking about. Let the man be comfortable. We got a running game. I mean, they talking about a running game now. As a Bucs fan, Bruce Arians' running attack history shows is not even that great. But if you go back to the Pittsburgh years, I'm doing a comparing and contrast with the style that we got now, and you go back to Bruce Arians as the OC at Pittsburgh when he had Big Ben, Rashad Mendenhall. You won games when you ran the ball and you made big play throws. That's how you win games, right? Now, it's very hard to win games in the NFL now to completely just throw the ball all over the field now, unless you're Patrick Mahomes. I mean, look at the top quarterbacks. They either mobile or they got a strong running game. And if you look at Bruce Arians' offense, go back to the Pittsburgh years when they won the Super Bowl. They had a pretty good running game. And I think we're set up just like that. I mean, I've never heard the media talk about a Bruce Arians running game. Bruce Arians had David Johnson, but he was a young guy. But I've never heard the media talk about Bruce Arians' running game. They are excited about the Bucs running game and the no risk it, no biscuit offense. Wait a minute. No risk it, no biscuit. That ain't running the ball 25, 30 times a game. That's only running the ball maybe 15, 20 times a game, 22 times a game with 3.5 yards to carry. But we got 400 yards passing, 350 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a couple quarterback hits. So the question that is everybody's starting to kind of see now, like, man, do we really need to run no risk it, no biscuit? We saw that. We've seen the history of no risk it, no biscuit. We, as a Bucs fan, I went to a couple games. I saw the no risk it, no biscuit up close at the stadium. I don't think it's necessary anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, first super chatter of the day. What up? If y'all want to super chat me, please super chat. If you want your question to be read out and asked, I'll answer any question. Any question you guys got, give me on super chat. Eli, man. What up, man? He says our defense is ranked 8th. Our running back duo / group is ranked 3rd right now. But y'all want high flying 5,000 yards Tom Brady, 40 touchdown Tom Brady. Why? We saw that last year. See how that turned out? A lot of turnovers, a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns. We saw with Carson Palmer, 4,600 yards, got beat up a lot. We saw with Andrew Luck. We saw with Big Ben. Even the Browns quarterbacks got beat the hell up. But the difference between those quarterbacks and what we got with Brady is those quarterbacks was younger and they had bigger arms, and they have bigger arms. This is why everybody was curious about the Brady style and Arians, because Brady is not the type of quarterback that Bruce Arians is used to coaching. Go back and look at his previous quarterbacks: Peyton Manning, Big Ben, Andrew Luck, Carson Palmer, James Winston. These are big quarterbacks. They can get the ball down the field. Brady ain't never really been that dude. So why make him something that he's not at 43 years old? We will go to the Super Bowl with a mixture of both. 50-50 now. I said 70-30, but I'm going to say 50-50, 60-40 Brady style offense. We got Eli Ben, he just said defense ranked number 8, running back duo group top 10. So what's the point of 5,000 yards? What's the point of 40 touchdowns? I just want somebody to explain to me, when we got a defense in the running game, which I've been a big advocate for so long with the Bucs. Running game matters. Defense matters. Oh, no. We got Brady. We're going to throw the ball 5,000 yards. And my prediction, Brady going to throw for 4,900 yards and 40 touchdowns. After 2 games, I can literally look at this camera and say, ain't happening. And I think Bruce is going to come around and say, you know what? You got to put your ego. Bruce got to put his hat to the side. Put your ego to the side, BA, Bruce Arians, and say, you know what? We're trying to get to the goal. We're trying to get to the Super Bowl. And we got to make sure our quarterback is comfortable. Every week in and week out. Because guess what? We don't have to risk it because we got a defense that can hold now. We finally got the defense together as a whole where we can say, man, all right, we straight. Because we've seen this. We've seen this Buck defense over the years let us down over and over again. We'll get leads and the defense give up drives. We've seen this running game year after year after year. Like, man, where's the running game at? The media never talked about the Bucs running game until this year. I couldn't believe it when I was scouring the networks. I'm like, they talking about the Bucs running game? Am I going crazy? Do I need to get some wax out my ear? They are talking about the Bucs running game. When have you heard, as a Bucs fan, when have you heard them say, man, the Bucs got top 10 running game? Their running back committee is top 10. Like, can anybody tell me in the chat room, have you ever heard the media call our running game reliable? That you must respect the Bucs running game. Have you heard the media say anything about our running game? We got one this year. Never heard the media talk about the running game. In the no risk it, no biscuit, the dirt cutter offense. Even in Arizona, he had David Johnson, but that was an Andre Ellington, but that was Chris Johnson, but that wasn't really, they weren't really talking about the running game in Arizona. That was Carson Palmer, Larry Fitzgerald show, John Brown. Even going back to Andrew Luck, it was the Andrew Luck show. Going back to the Pittsburgh days, it was the Big Ben. Well, Big Ben had a running game his first year. And they were successful with Big Ben because he had a running game. And this style of offense is not about the running game. But at what point is Bruce going to swallow his pride and say, all right, let's do it. Let's make it 60-40 Brady, 70-30 Brady. I'm all for that. Let Brady do his thing. If you want to get to the Super Bowl, you got to let Brady do his thing. And remember what I told you, now some of y'all are big fantasy guys and you like fantasy football and, oh, you know, I got to get my fantasy numbers. I got to win the fantasy league. Told y'all, be careful. This ain't going to be no high flying all day, every weekend, 350 yards, There will be a couple games that Brady will have those type of games. It will be a couple games that you say, oh, he had 300 some yards and, 3 touchdowns. You'll have a couple of those. But I feel like you're going to see more balanced games than a bunch of passing yards. Unless we're in a shootout, which I don't think we're going to be in many shootouts outside of the Packers and the Chiefs. I don't think we're going to be in many. I think those are 2 games that will be in shootouts, maybe the Rams. But our games are not going to be shootouts where you're seeing Brady throwing the ball 45 times a game. The more you throw the ball, the more chances you give your quarterback to be intercepted or get hit, sack, fumble. No risk it, no biscuit requires 5 to 7 step drops consistently. Brady came from the 3-step drop, maybe 5. Because remember, if you play quarterback in any football, 3 steps versus 7 steps is a big difference. The launching point for a quarterback is different. The play calling is different. That means 7-step drop. That means you got to get further back to see the field, to throw the ball deep because you need time. Listen, you got to throw the ball deep, 7-step drops. That's not Brady's strength. His strength is running backs, tight ends, in between the hashes. Tape don't lie. Yeah, he can make some throws here. Vertical throws. That's it. Leonard Fournette, defense, and be consistent with the throws. We're not asking Tom Brady to be 2007 Tom Brady. Why? We're trying to get to the Super Bowl, right? Team get to the Super Bowl. The team will get to the Super Bowl, not one guy. One guy will not get this team to the Super Bowl. It will be a team effort. Let me repeat that for those of you that like to say, oh, well, no. Brady won't be the reason why we go to the Super Bowl. It will be a team effort. Team, all caps. You can spin it how you want to spin it. It won't be because of one guy. DP Buck 32, another super chat. Appreciate the super chat. Bless. He says, I think Sean McVay's system would have been perfect for this team. What do you think? Now, Sean McVay's system versus Bruce Arians' system. Which one is better? It all depends on what you look for in the offense. Sean McVay's scheme, throw to the open guy. Forget the tight window throws. Bruce Arians is tight window throws, deep gashing throws. Sean McVay is, I'm going to scheme this guy open, and he's going to be wide open. If you look at the Rams offense, a lot of their throws are a lot of yak. The Rams offense is a yak offense. The Bucs offense is not a yak offense. Look at the Rams receivers and look at the Bucs receivers. Who has the yak receivers? And I remember some of y'all saying in Bruce Arians' offense, it's all about yak. No, it's all about the catch point where you catch the ball at. We don't have yak receivers. Sean McVay does. He schemes his receivers. Why do you think you see the Rams tight ends and receivers open all the time? That's Sean McVay. Mike Shanahan says, the Sean McVay, Mike Shanahan tree. Kyle Shanahan tree. It really started with Mike Shanahan. The West Coast play action bootleg, move the pocket system. The Bucs can't run that. You can't run that with Brady. He's too old. Not athletic enough. Jared Goff, to run McVay, Kyle, Mike Shanahan system, you need a mobile quarterback that can bootleg the ball. McVay's system, any quarterback can be successful in his system. Let's be honest. The throws that Jared Goff made, he's throwing to open guys. You put Jared Goff in this system and tell him to run no risk it, no biscuit. That's tight window throws, and you have to throw the ball down the field. The further you throw the ball down the field, the harder, the less accurate you are. Does that make sense? The further you throw the ball down the field, the harder it is to be accurate. The shorter you throw the ball, the more accurate. Why do you think Drew Brees' completion percentage is so high? See how that works? It's easy to throw the ball 5, 7 yards, 10 yards. It's harder when you're throwing the ball 15, 20, 30 yards. People forget this. In this offense, it's very difficult to maintain that and not have turnovers. Brady is appreciate the super chat, DP Buck 32. Brady is a time throwing quarterback. Throws are gotta be on time. All this option route stuff, that's not Brady. That's why you think he's having a hard time trying to, he's trying to figure it out because it's an option route thing. Well, okay, so we got to be on the same page. Come on, Mike. Come on, Chris. Scotty Miller. So if y'all see a cover 3, you run the skinny post. But if he cuts inside, the linebacker drops this depth, you got to turn it. That's an option route. That means they got to be on the same page in the moment. In that moment, in that state, in that snapshot in time, they both got to have the same thought process. Option route. Brady got to believe okay, the linebacker is sitting underneath this throw, so I'm going to throw it over his head. Remember the interception with the Saints game, the ball that Mike Evans, or the route that he ran, and he cut the route short because he curled in because he saw the linebacker dropping deep, and Brady threw the ball deep. That's an option route. He thought Mike Evans was going to read the coverage as linebacker drop in, you go over the top, I'm going to throw it in front of the safety. What's the name of the safety? Marcus Williams. Mike Evans said, I seen the linebacker dropping too deep, so I'm going to cut it in front and get in this gap right here, and you hit me in the curl route. Brady said, no, I saw this. I saw you going on the field. When you have those type of route concepts, you're going to have interceptions. Bruce Arians' offense shows that. Go back and watch his offense, folks. I've done this. I've done the research. I can talk like this because I've done it. I went back. I went beyond last year. I went back into his offense. This is why it's difficult the first year. Every quarterback in this offense the first year, career high interceptions. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Every quarterback in this offense, career high interceptions. Why is that? Because it's difficult. It's option routes. That's why it takes 2 years. Carson Palmer said it. It takes 2 years to get this offense really down pat. But we ain't got time for that. We don't have time to be waiting for Tom Brady to figure out the Bruce Arians no risk it, no biscuit offense. I remember when Bruce Arians said, it's easier to teach one guy my offense than teaching everybody else a different style of offense. Well, you can scrap that, Bruce Arians. And the media not playing that. I've said this already at my level. Now it's at a higher level. After 2 games, all it took is 2 games. 2 games. And the media like, maybe he should let Brady do his thing. Brady has made some great throws. You know, in both of these games that he's played. Put it in context. He's made some great throws. But go back and watch the throws that he looks good doing. He's been doing it for years. And then the minute he throws a no risk it, no biscuit option route concept throw, interception. That stupid out route, pick 6. Another overthrow to Gronkowski, interception, Dante Jackson. That's not his game. You can't force a circle in a square. Go back and watch the Bruce Arians style of offense with all his quarterbacks. Big arm, big throws. Why are we doing that with Brady? He can dissect a team between 0 and 12 all day. No. We gotta throw the ball down the field. Interception. Well, it's his fault. Oh, wait a minute. After further review, it was Mike Evans' fault. Well, stop having him throw those stupid balls. Out route. Oh, that was a bad throw. Well, he shouldn't be throwing the ball from the left hash to the right hash. That's no risky, no biscuit. And Mike and Jack Rabbit. Mike Jenkins was sitting on that. He called it out. See, go back and watch the tape. After further review, the no risky, no biscuit is very predictable. Once you get it down, once you figure it out, why do you think these quarterbacks have a lot of interceptions in this offense? Because it's predictable. Go look at the route concept, the option routes. Why do you want to have Brady throwing option routes? Why? We got a defense, we got a running game. Why are we throwing the ball 50 yards down the field? 25. We don't have yak receivers. You catch Chris Godwin in that seam route. Forget, I get it. I get it. A lot of people want to see these big time yards and they want to see the fantasy thing going and all that. I get it. But in my opinion, after 2 games, and this can probably be, you can say, oh, well, you overreacted. Nah, not really. Another super chat. Eli, man, appreciate the super chat. Shout out to you. He says, you prefer the run and shoot offense or the West Coast? Brady fits the West Coast better than the no risky, no biscuit. But, and I know we have the weapons on the outside to run the run and shoot, but we can't maximize it for 16 games. If that makes sense. We can maximize it in certain moments of the game, but for the all 4 quarters and for 16 games of the season, can we do the run and shoot? Sure. But expect for Brady to take some hits. Now it all depends on it. Are you talking about the Houston Oilers run and shoot? Are we talking about the Houston Oilers run and shoot? With Jeffries and Givens, Ernest Givens, Harold Jeffries, Ernest Givens, remember that Warren Moon? That's the run and shoot that the Bucs could run. Now don't get me wrong, the Bucs could run the run and shoot, but you got to run too. Because if you don't run, it's not called run and shoot. It's called no risky, no biscuit. Quarterback, you hit a lot, throw a lot of interceptions, sack fumbles, asking the O-line to block for more seconds, 7-step drops. The run and shoot is not that. Y'all remember run and shoot? Houston Oilers, Harold Jeffries, Ernest Givens, remember that? Warren Moon was back there, but now Warren Moon had a bigger arm than Tom Brady, way bigger arm. See, to run certain styles of offense, this is why scheme fit matters with certain quarterbacks. certain coaches. That scheme, that quarterback offensive scheme philosophy works. Why do you think Jared Goff looked the way he does in Sean McVay's offense? Hey, throw to that open guy. I can make that throw. I mean, the guy's wide open. Hey, we need a short, quick passing attack. Hey, Derek Carr, you do that. Drew Brees, you do that. Of course they can do that. They like short throws. Yards per attempt, 4 point. Drew Brees, 4.82 yards attempt. The lowest in NFL since 2009. Brent Favre at 40 something years old. 39, 40 years old. Drew Brees can't get the ball down the field for 16 games. You're stuck. But I'm saying is the point I'm trying to make with the no risk, no biscuit offense for 16 games. That's a risk. He can't make things happen like that. But when you put Derek Carr behind a strong O-line and a running back named Josh Jacobs and a Raiders O-line, he looks pretty good. That Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr realm, that they're similar quarterbacks. They're very similar. They're not great quarterbacks. They're not top-level quarterbacks, but they're in the right system. Well, Kirk Cousins is like crap right now, but you get what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, and I'm going to wrap this up in a little bit, and appreciate the super chat, Sandoval 813. Bruce Arians at some point in this season. I don't know when he's going to do this. He's going to have to take a look at the tape and be like, okay, I've seen Brady after 3 or 4 games. This is what he likes. So we're gonna build on that. But this is preseason, folks. Build on what Brady likes to do. He has a running game and a defense. And the special teams keep improving. What is the purpose of no risk and no biscuit style of offense? What is the purpose of throwing 40 times a game? We seen that movie last year. Throw the ball over the place. Interception, pick 6, 5,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Oh, we seen that with Carson Palmer first year. 22 interceptions, 20. We seen that with Andrew Luck. Like, we've seen that. Be smart about calling offensive plays. I understand you want to prove everybody a point that your no risk and no biscuit style works, but in this season, with the shortened, with no training camp, no mini camp, no OTAs, let Brady run what he want to run. 60% of the time should be Brady. Maybe 65, 70% of the time should be Brady. You make the call. You want to throw the ball 7 yards, throw it. That means the tight ends get more involved. That means WW Gronk. That means O.J. Howard. That means Cameron Brate get more catches. We become more consistent. Turn the ball around. We turn around, hand the ball to Leonard Fournette. You guys got to understand. For the longest, I've been harping about a running game behind the quarterback. A respectable running game that the media can say, Bucks got a running game. Or Bucks got a top 10 running game. Well, we got that now. Another super chat. The super chats are rolling in today, man. D Gold Mitten 1 says, fire them cannons. Boom! Fire those cannons, man. All day. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Y'all know if y'all been following this channel since 2017, y'all know I've been talking about the running game. The running game has sucked. It's been crap. And it put a smile on my face this morning when it was talking about the no risky, no biscuit and talking about Brady in this offense. And they said, well, the Bucks got a running game. There was a next gen stat said, the Bucks running back duo, top 10. When have you ever heard a Bucks running back duo in the top 10? You know how happy when I seen that stat, when I seen them talk about the Bucks running game, I was super hyped. I was like, hell yeah. They talking about the Bucks running game. How I've been longing for, why don't they talk about Peyton Barber, Ronald Jones, Jacquizz Rodgers, Mike James, Russell Hansberg, Leonard Fournette. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. We don't have to. You stack the box on Leonard Fournette. Well, Brady can hurt you up top. See how that works out? It feeds off each other. Less pressure. You don't have to put the pressure on the quarterback when you have a running game. You want to know why Baker Mayfield looks silly right now and the Browns organization looks silly? The Browns got 2 top 15 running backs and don't center the offense around Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. The number 1 running back group in the NFL, and they trying to put Baker Mayfield on the silver platter and say, hey, NFL, Baker Mayfield is really good. Nah, man. Use Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and Baker Mayfield look a whole lot better. And the Browns O-line is not bad at all. They can run block. But they want to put Baker Mayfield out there and say, well, we got Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham, and Jarvis Landry, and Doku, and Austin Hooper. Yeah, we got Baker Mayfield. Let's throw the ball around the field. Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb. What the hell? What you doing? Top running game in the NFL, but they want to put Baker Mayfield on the silver platter and throw the ball 35, 40 times a game. And he looked trash when he got that pressure on him like that. And Baker Mayfield is not even all that. He think he Russell Wilson. He think he Lamar Jackson. He think he Kyler Murray, but he's not. 4'9", what he ran, a 4'8", 540, 6 foot, average arm. He runs around like he really good. But you see how a running game make a quarterback look good? Derek Carr, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins. These quarterbacks need a running game. Wake up, folks. I understand we was all caught up in this. No risk it, no biscuit. But why force feed that to a quarterback? A centralized figure on this team. Why force feed a quarterback to no risk it, no biscuit when we have a team that can all carry their weight? I have the utmost faith in Leonard Fournette that he can carry the load at the running game. We will have our first respectable running game in years. When have you on a Sunday, when have you said, man, the Bucs running game gonna be nice? When the last time you did that? When the last time you said, man, I'm looking forward to that running game. I want to see what that running game gonna do. In a lack of a better word, the running game has been so underwhelming during this time frame with the Bucs. Post Doug Martin PEDs. Now, when Doug Martin was good and he wasn't taking no drugs, y'all see what Doug Martin did? He's a beast. Now we just had a sucky passing attack. The quarterback wasn't so great, but you get what I'm saying. When the last time you watched a game on a Sunday and say, man, I want to see what this running game look like? We got Fournette. And if you go back and watch, here go Bruce Arians. Well, Ronald Jones is still the number 1 guy, and he's still going to get the bulk of the kick. And Fournette's going to be even the media see through the crap. Even the media, not just me and some of the Bucs fans, but even some of the media can see through the crap. Like, so you're going to keep trotting Ronald Jones out there and trying to make us believe? You keep trotting Ronald Jones out there. And like I said, Ronald Jones is not a bad player, but he's a number 2. Even the media see it. You're trotting Ronald Jones out there, and you got Leonard Fournette. He did it to us last year with Peyton Barber crap. Trotting Peyton Barber out there, but you got Ronald Jones. He's doing the same exact thing. He's doing the same exact thing. Trotting Ronald Jones out there, but you got Leonard Fournette. You're not fooling me, and you're not fooling the Bucs fans. The Bucs fans know what it is. Whether you like this channel or not, you know Leonard Fournette should be number 1 in this no risk it, no biscuit offense, because the Leonard Fournette factor makes this a balanced attack. It makes it a balanced attack. It doesn't make it a no risk it, no biscuit offense. It makes it a balanced attack, and Brady can be comfortable. Even if we don't score on every drive, which we're not going to score on every drive, but when we punt the ball, because we're going to punt the ball, but when we punt the ball, we got defense. They can hold theirs now. Top 10 linebacking core, top 5 linebacking core, top 10 run defense, top 15 secondary. What am I not? Bucks fans, are you listening to what I'm saying? We have the ingredients to get to the Super Bowl. And if you paid attention to this live stream, you have not once heard me say, well, this is the reason, this part right here is the only reason why we're going to the Super Bowl. If we throw for 5,000 yards and 30 plus touchdowns, we're going to the Super Bowl. Should Bruce Arians scrap the no risk it, no biscuit and his ego for the Tom Brady style of offense? And what did I tell y'all this offseason? This will not be the same offense that we've seen Bruce Arians run in his history. I told y'all this. This is a different style of quarterback. He must understand what he got. A lot of y'all got caught up in that. Oh my gosh, the googly eyes. Oh my gosh, we got all these 11s, 5,000 yards, 40 touchdowns. After 2 games. Now, what does it mean for the receiving core? If Brady runs his style of offense. Now, remember, Brady has lived off of yak. Go back and watch Brady over the years. He's lived off of yak receivers. When you look at the Bucks, Scotty Miller is like the perfect receiver for this offense. O.J. Howard can be a beast in this offense if they let Brady run it. Cameron Brake can be a beast in this offense if they let Brady run it. And then W.W. Gronk can contribute in some type of way to be decent in the red zone. But you gotta let Brady, like, all right, I got the controller now. I got the controller now. Another super chat, Josh Kyle. Shouts out to you. Salute to you, one of my bandits, Josh Kyle, man. He says, do you think BA ego will get the best of him because he will want the credit for the success of this team, Super Bowl? And do you see a clash happening with the two? That's a very good question. Well, Josh, and to you Bucks fans that's wondering, would that be a clash? It won't be a clash right now. Now, we saw a preview on how it could look. Oh, Brady made bad throw. He has some bad throws, horrible throw in the media. Brady not used to that. And you seen it. Soon as Bruce Arians did that, the media was like, no. Bruce, you might want to change your tone, buddy. See, Josh and Bucks fans, you got to remember, if there's a clash, whose side you think the media is going to take? Brady's a proven commodity. Brady has done way more than what Bruce Arians done. The minute Bruce Arians did that, the media jumped all on Bruce Arians because that was Bruce Arians' ego. That was Bruce Arians' ego. So do I see a clash? Not at this time. But we saw a preview on how it would look in public, in front of the cameras. Man, it was his fault. I don't think you want to do that, Bruce. I don't think you want to go that route with Tom Brady, bro. The media is not having that. Patriots fans are not having that. Bucks fans that's googly eyed over Brady, not having it. You can't point the finger at the GOAT and think that you're going to just get away with it. Y'all saw it in the public, on camera. Brady fault. Bad throw. He needs to play with more grit. What? He needs to play with more grit. Tom Brady play with more grit. That's Bruce ego, folks. So do I see a style clash? If we lose or if the offense looks like crap, week 4, week 5, week 6, the media is going to jump on Bruce Arians hard. They'll give Brady the business, but Bruce Arians is going to take a lot of heat, And now Bruce Arians, his ego, he wants the credit. It's pretty obvious. Bruce Arians wants to show everybody, especially if you do your research, Bruce Arians wants to show the Steelers organization his style works. Bruce Arians he's still in his feelings about the Steelers firing him. It's actually deep. I can go really deeper than this, folks, but I'm just giving y'all a clue. Bruce Arians' ego wants to prove everybody that his way works. The no risk it, no biscuit way works. But unfortunately, that ain't gonna be the case this year. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I personally think that the no risk it, no biscuit, 80-20, 80% no risk it, no biscuit, and 20% Brady is gonna work. I think it's the other way around. I think it's like 60-40 Brady or 70-30 Brady. That will work, and that will get us a Super Bowl. That is the formula. Why? Because we got, like he said, we got deep because we want to have defense. He said it because we want to have a defense. Now you throw in a running game and solid special teams. Like as long as they make their kicks and not cost us games, and get punts blocked and field goals. We have the formula, and I hate. And this is my opinion. The formula is you really gotta mesh this together. Can't be 80% no risky, no biscuit. We saw the results in that. High flying, entertaining, a lot of passing yards, pick sixes, interceptions, quarterback getting hit, strip sacks, a lot of sacks. Tape don't lie. Go back and watch the Colts, Steelers, Cardinals, even the Browns, and last year. Is that necessary? We're trying to get to the Super Bowl. Remember, folks, the Bucs were 15th in rushing attempts. 15th in rushing attempts for Petrie, 3.59 yards a carry. So they tried to run the ball. They just didn't have the guns. They didn't have the 30 clip behind them to run the ball. They had Peyton Barber running the ball. What? Peyton Barber. You gotta have ability. You gotta have that guy back there. If the Bucs finish 15th in attempts this year, I guarantee you the rushing numbers will look different with Leonard Fournette. I guarantee you. In this no risk it, no biscuit offense, if you want to call it that now, because right now you can still call it no risk it, no biscuit. But if the Bucs run the ball and finish 15th in rushing attempts like they did last year, but the yards per carry go up, better results. And let's not pull that, or Bruce Arians, hopefully he doesn't pull that Peyton Barber, Ronald Jones stuff he did last year. Wait until the last 4 games of the season to put Ronald Jones in, and Ronald Jones actually produced better when he was actually on the field than Peyton Barber. Peyton Barber was a negative, and everybody knew it. I hope he learned his lesson last year, pulling that crap. Because we are in the same predicament as last year. We have a clear running back that is better than the other. You keep trotting the other one out there, telling everybody, this is the guy. When you got a guy behind that guy, behind your guy, who you didn't even draft, but you keep telling everybody that's the 3-down running back. And tape shows. Leonard Fournette tape, Ronald Jones tape. Hopefully Bruce learned his lesson with the Peyton Barber, Ronald Jones crap last year. Let Leonard Fournette have another good game. I'm telling you, I said this for week 4. 4 to 6 weeks. Leonard Fournette to be the starter. I said this in the no risk it, no biscuit. If Leonard Fournette have another good game against the Broncos, I'm telling you right now, Leonard Fournette will be starter week 4 against the Chargers. Watch. Let Ronald Jones have another underwhelming game. Brady will look even better with Leonard Fournette in that running game. That's just my opinion. No disrespect to Ronald Jones. But in all, the question still remains: no risk it, no biscuit, or Tom Brady? Which one of these styles will get us to the Super Bowl? 50-50, 70-30, 70-30, 60-40, 60-40. If you watch boxing, styles make fights. Styles make fights. I'm a big boxing fan. Styles make fights. And the quarterback for this team right now, his style fits screen passes in between the hashes, quick routes, 3-step drops, making some 5, and an occasional 7 steps, occasional situational 7 steps, not 7-step after 7-step after 7-step after 5-step after 7-step. I don't care if he's double covered, throw the ball. No, that's not going to work, in my opinion. It's just my opinion, folks. You can believe what you want to believe, but in my opinion, 7-step drops, throwing the ball 35, 40 times, 45 times consistently is going to work. I've seen enough of that. Are we going to see deep shots? Of course. Those shots will be back shoulder throws, vertical throws. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to see we're going to see those outside of the hash, but vertical throws. Like jump balls behind the shoulder throws. When I say deep shots, I'm talking about like getting the ball down the field. I'm not talking about bombs. You know, there's categories of deep throws, right? There's categories. You got your 30 to 30 plus yard throws, and then you got those throws from 10 to 20 yards. The second tier, the second level deep throws. Go back and look at next gen passing charts in Bruce Arians' offense. A lot of those throws are 10 plus yards, 10 to 20 yard throws. Nah, man, not with Brady, not for 16 games. And I told y'all this. This will not be the same offense that y'all seen last year in the previous years of Bruce Arians' offense. I told y'all this. What did I tell y'all? Listen, I told y'all this will not be the no risk it, no biscuit. Why do you think I called it no risk it, no biscuit light? No risk it, no biscuit light. I told y'all that. It will not be the same offense that you're seeing with the Colts, with Peyton Manning. Big Ben's like 3rd, 4th year. Carson Palmer, Browns quarterback. Even last year offense. Y'all already can see that already. It's not even the same offense. After 2 weeks, I can tell you right now, go back and watch the tape in both games. It's not even close to being the same offense. I think my final thing I'm gonna say is I personally think after watching 2 games and going back and watching it, they're slowly going to change the offense as the year progressed. They couldn't do it in the offseason because there wasn't enough time. Why do you think Brady was out there in Tampa Bay at Berkeley Prep trying to practice with the guys? He was implementing his stuff, what he likes. But as the season goes by, watch how this offense looks. Pay close attention to that, folks. And if you want to count how many throws are past 15 yards, you can count that. But I guarantee you, the offense will change because of Tom Brady. Because he needs to be comfortable in the offense. Now, year 2, that's different. But right now, you're trying to get to the Super Bowl. Throwing the ball, no risky, no biscuit style, will cause a lot of hits, a lot of sacks, a lot of interceptions. But you will get big plays, a lot of touchdowns, a lot of yards. Tape shows that in the no risk it, no biscuit offense. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Should Bruce Arians scrap the no risk it, no biscuit, or should he keep some of those option route concepts, those risky throws in the offense moving forward? Leave it in the comment section. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room and everybody that super chatted me. Appreciate the super chat. Bless. Thank you for joining BucosLocker. This is Isaiah coming to you again. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the videos. And make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. With that being said, to all my bandits, pirates, and everybody across the Bucs fan base, I want you to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag, no risk it, no biscuit versus Tom Brady offense. Super Bowl or bust. I'm out.